bus rides are usually mundane and very boring. However, today I had an interesting encounter, shall we say, that I thought it was quite funny. On this bus's route on this particular day, two of the bus stops were knocked out of commission because of roadworks. And so before the bus driver got to those bus stops, he announced kindly that the next two bus stops would be closed, and that if anyone wanted to get off, they should do so. Now, we had an elderly lady who probably didn't hear it because she couldn't hear. At least that's what I'm going to assume, but I'm not going to be ageist here. So when it got to those bus stops, she wanted to get off and she stood up and waited by the exit to try and get off. And the bus driver obviously didn't stop because the bus stops were closed, as he announced earlier, and the old lady went into a frenzy screaming at the bus driver to let her off. Eventually, we got to the bus stop after those two bus stops, and the bus driver did stop to let her. What then followed was a hilarious onslaught of insults from an elderly lady who could just barely speak English, and when she got off the bus, she tried to spit at the bus driver. Now, the bus driver was obviously already inside the bus and she was already off the bus, and I probably should remind you that she is an elderly lady with very weakened mouth muscles, so when she tried to spit, what happened was a bit of a bleh onto the floor right underneath her, onto her shoes. She kind of jumped in surprise and bent down to clean up her shoes. Instead, the bus driver kept on moving, she looked back up, shouted one more insult, and the bus continued. I had a great laugh out of it, and maybe I shouldn't because she was old and probably didn't hear it, what the bus driver said. I am also deaf, so I can completely understand. However, I couldn't avoid laughing at this interesting aggressive exchange.